Today I messed up by using the nuclear option in a game of Monopoly. It was a 4-player family game of Monopoly. My brother, our parents and I were playing, and I wasn't doing well. I wasn't bankrupt or heavily mortgaged yet, but I could tell that if something drastic didn't change in the next 3 turns or so, I was toast. I didn't have any monopolies, but I did have a couple 2 out of 3 properties, New York and St. James being the standouts, and a couple scattered here or there. My brother was the clear favorite at this point, with my dad in clear second. My mom was losing right along with me. It was my turn, and I was trying to arrange a favorable trade. I'm negotiating with my dad. I have a property that'll give him another monopoly, he has a card that'll give me a monopoly. We both have enough money and side properties to even things up afterward. With a good trade here, we'd both have a higher chance of winning, significantly cutting into on my brother's lead. Seems like it should be a slam dunk, right? But no, my dad is pushing for the most ridiculous trades possible, and outright refusing to trade away those properties that are most valuable to me. If I don't get a monopoly out of this, I might as well not even bother with the trade. I'm getting frustrated as the negotiating stalls. But I get an idea. A terrible, terrible idea. I say to my dad, "Dad, I'm clearly in the weaker position, here. But right now, that just means I have less to lose. So here's the deal. If I don't get a trade from you that gives me a monopoly, I'm going to sell all of my properties to brother's name for $1. Dad didn't like that at all, and there was no trade. He also probably didn't expect me to carry through, but immediately after, I sold all my deeds to my brother for $1, and my dad lost any chance whatsoever of winning the game. Dad isn't speaking to me right now. Was that a supremely dickish move to play? Yep. I'm feeling a little vindicated, though, for not letting myself be pushed around when I was the little guy. But will anyone ever want to play Monopoly with me again? I kinda doubt it. Too long. Didn't read. Was losing at family Monopoly, went mad and made dad mad, family board games won't ever be the same. Today I messed up by mocking my mom about sex and now suffering her wrath. My family is stacked like pancakes during the quarantine. My parents are still into each other, and I'm grateful. Although I'd pass on seeing the ass pats and octopus entanglements I've witnessed. My parents have been taking full advantage of the quality/quantity time, blasting music on the reg as if we can't do the mental calculus about what's going on behind closed doors. Last night, I was cooking with Mom as we listened to one of my playlists that we share on Spotify as she was telling me how sorry she was that my college life is on hold. We've had the mother-daughter talk about sex but mostly abide the don't ask, don't tell policy. As she was blathering on about how special our lockdown time is, I jokingly told her that my siblings and I all know how much she and my dad are enjoying quarantine. She blushed, laughed it off, and I thought that was the end, until this morning when I wake up, perplexed and confused, as she detonates my playlist against me, played at decibel level to blister ears. She's the type to double down on a bad joke, so before she could completely ruin songs for me, I quickly replaced them with the worst kids' music I could find. I laughed my ass off when the super annoying and cringingly appropriate bouncy ball from Dora the Explorer echoed through my house. My victory was short-lived because I've spent the last 2 hours trying to take a college final while Barry White and Marvin Gaye serenade me through the drywall. Too long. Didn't read. Teased my mom about having sex. Now, getting clowned as she gets the last laugh. Edit, her reign of terror continues. She's changed all of the names to my playlists. Some of them include, Sexify My Soul, Your Dad Has Big Feet and Too Hard to Get Out of Bed, God, Help Me. Edit 2, You People Are Amazing. Thanks for making my day. My boyfriend is on the way over for dinner and who knows what shit is about to go down with my badass mom when he gets here. Be safe everyone and keep on laughing. Today I messed up by choking the chicken in an emergency. This happened around 7 years ago. One morning I had awoken to tent having being pitched under my sheets. Just like every other morning. And just like every other morning I had to handle it. I open up Pornhub on my shiny new Galaxy S4 I had recently been given for my birthday. I gave the chicken a good choking and spilled my baby batter all over my chest. Yada. 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 A few minutes later I get text from my sister to the effect of what the hell. Then I get a call from my mom. She's livid. She's screaming at me asking me what is wrong with you? Why did you send me that? She hangs up before I can ask what she's talking about. Then I get a call from my dad with him yelling the same thing. I tell him mom had yelled at me too, but I don't know what she or he is talking about. He says I sent a help message with a picture of myself in bed with my schlong and ejaculate in view. That was when I realized what had happened. I had turned on a setting on the S4 which sends an emergency message to my in case of emergency contacts if you press the power button 3 times. When it's activated, it sends a message, a picture and an audio recording. Yeah, there was even audio. I had apparently squeezed the S4's power button a few times as I was getting close to finishing. Too long. Didn't read. I accidentally sent my family a picture and audio of myself mid-orgasm.